Good morning, students. Welcome back to Mahadeva International School. So, in the science physics class, we were studying about the first chapter, that is Introduction to Physics. Let us recall once again the topics which we have studied in the previous class. So, we studied about what is science, where we had studied that science simply means it's a knowledge, or it is a systematic method of gaining and organizing the knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions. Who is a scientist? Okay. Next, we studied about what are the branches of science, how the science are classified, and we studied about some superstars of science, that is the people who made science very useful. And today we are studying science only because of these people, by some important scientists, the superstars of scientists. Today we shall study about what is a scientific method. So, a scientific method is a way to ask and answer scientific questions by observations and doing some experiment. Scientific method is nothing but you are going to ask any question and answer the question in a scientific way by doing some experiment is called as scientific method. So, here there are steps how you can answer. First is, if somebody is getting some question in his mind, or if he is having some problem, or if he is facing some problem with the science, first he has to identify a problem. That is, what is problem identification? A scientific method starts with the identification of a problem. That is, how, what, when, who, which, why, or where. That is, how did it how did this happen? What happened? When did this happen? Who did this? Which is that? Why did this happen? Where did this happen? So these are some of the questions which arises, or these are the problems which we are going to identify. Next is, after the problem has been identified, we go with the information collection. That is, the information will be collected. It is the collection of basic information, that is either in the form of the books or from the journals or from any other sources. That is, the information has to be collected about the problem which we had identified. Next is hypothesis. A hypothesis is a guess based on observations or idea about how things work in. That is, hypothesis means we are guessing. That is, whatever the problem which was been identified, we are guessing how it has to be solved. Or, like for example, if I do this, will it work, or is this going to happen? So this is called as hypothesis. Next is, we are going to conduct an experiment tests whether a hypothesis is true or false. Theory. Once the experiment is complete, the results are being collected and analyzed, so to see that whatever the hypothesis what we had made is true or wrong. So this is what we have theory. Next is, last topic is communicate the result. So if everything has been worked out, whatever the problem we had identified, if the problem has solved, we have prepared a theory, we have conducted an experiment. So the last is, we are going to communicate the results, or we will be telling this to the people or to the scientist first, and later it will be printed and your theory will be executed and accepted. So this is a scientific method of solving a problem, or to ask and answer the given questions. Now, when we had the branches of physics, so we know that physics has been derived from a Greek word, that is physikos. The meaning of the physics is nothing but it is a nature. It is also a branch of science concentrated with the nature and its property, matter, energy. So the aim of the physics is to understand how the world around us behaves. That is, the place where we are living, how this place behaves. There are huge branches in physics, as you can see here. The first branch is mechanics, thermodynamics, electromagnetism, relativity, quantum mechanics, acoustics, nuclear physics, astronomy, and optics. So, what are the subjects we are going to study in these branches? Like when we are talking about mechanics, motion and its cause, that is, the laws of motions will be studied in mechanics. When we are going to study thermodynamics, in thermodynamics, we will study about heat and temperature. Electromagnetism is the study of electric and magnetic fields. In relativity, we will study about the theory of relativity. In quantum mechanics, we shall study about the behavior of submicroscopic particles. That is, the particles which are very, very small, which are not visible from our naked eye. In acoustics, we shall study about the sound. Nuclear physics, nucleus of an atom. In astronomy, light universe. In optics, we will study about the light. So, examples are also given here. In mechanics, which is a study of the laws of motions, we shall study about falling of an object, friction of an object, weight of an object, spinning objects. So, in the same way, the examples for all the branches of science which we are going to study are been listed here. Okay, so go through this table clearly and please note down why, because this is very, very important. Now, how physics is helpful in everyday life? Physics has helped mankind in innumerable ways. Scientific inventions have brought about many changes in our life. These changes have made our life comfortable. So, physics is helping. It has already helped the people of earlier days. Even today, the physics is helping us in innumerable ways. Like for traveling, we use transportation. We have many types of vehicles today. That is also with the help of physics. Today we see the television, we get many benefits. There are very several innumerable ways in which the television is helping us. It is going to entertain us. So that is also the invention of television was also the main feature of physics. We have different means of transportation and communication today. We have telephones, we have mobile phones, we have email, courier. So that is also with the help of physics. We have communication satellites to communicate from one place to another place. We are getting the forecast of the weather, cyclones, tides, rain, many things. So that is also with the help of physics. Today, the development of equipments in the field of agriculture, in the field of irrigation, in the field of electricity, in the field of building dams, all these things, innumerable ways are there where physics is very, very helpful. So, in everyday life, we are making use of physics. So, you cannot tell that you are not using physics in everyday life. Every day, like when you are going to switch on your bulb, physics. When you are going to switch on your television, it is physics. If you're taking a bicycle and moving out for the play, physics. When a ball is thrown upward, when it comes down, so the explanation was given with the help of physics. So in innumerable ways, physics is very, very helpful. Okay, so please go through the topics whatever we have discussed. We have one more class. After this class, the first chapter will get completed. So please watch the previous videos once again and the video which was been discussed today, and write down your classworks. So even I will be updating you the classwork once again. So before that, you have to make some few important notes of these topics. Okay, so we shall study other topics in the next classes. So until that, bye, take care, have a good day.